So we have Matilda, Jake, Speedy, Cash, and Casino. Those are the 5 duck names. We haven't named the chickens yet because they all kind of look the same right now. Matilda is the gray-brown one on the side here, and she thinks that she is the boss. Are you the boss, Matilda? Oh, her tail's going. She's happy. She's like, someone said my name.
Elysia and I have been drying our pine planks in the garage.
They're dry now.
And they're really dry.
If you remember back a couple weeks ago, we visited a local backyard lumber mill where the gentleman had started his own backyard mill, just running his own handmade business in his yard, and he was doing really well in advertising online, and we thought we need to go support this local business, as well as we really wanted to have some Nova Scotia wood to be able to make our live edge shelving in our living room. So we're gonna treat these ourselves. So Phil said we've been drying them over the past couple of weeks and they're ready to use. He had already started the drying process, but we need to finish it up. And we're going to now cut these to size and do a lot of prep on these before we can put them on our brackets in the living room, but they're going to add that organic element to the living room space. Now we have to choose which ones we're gonna use for this shelving.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be...
So these are the 3 boards that we selected to make the shelving. I'm excited. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna just pick a basic middle of these boards. We kind of want our shelving to be about 11.5 inches deep approximately, and because the live edge has its own natural curve, it's going to be shorter in some spots and longer in others, and that's okay, and I like that that's just gonna be the natural way that it's gonna go. So I think what we'll do is we'll just draw on a line and we're gonna just rip it with the table saw from the line, kind of handheld in. It's the best way for us to be able to cut it. And then we'll be able to take off the bark and sand these all down. But before we actually cut these, we're gonna cut the wood that we need for the cabinet doors that I'm building for the built-ins that are gonna go underneath and the cabinet top. We have 9 more days of pouring rain ahead of us. So we wanna get some of this outdoor cutting done so that we can continue to work inside when the weather gets bad. Oh gosh. All the way down. So that's subtracting? The bugs are getting me. I cannot concentrate. We're gonna subtract the part we don't need for the height of the cabinet doors because the table saw only cuts to a certain width. So basically we're taking away instead of just cutting what we need, and then we can actually cut the width of our door. So this is the height of our door, and then we're gonna do the width of the door. Have an adorable audience watching me work today. So what I'm going to do right now is get my sandpaper ready so I can sand all of the things that we did the other day when we did our cutting here. The sun is shining and the bugs have gone away. So I'm going to set my sander up here and palm sand all of this wood that we cut. It's going to be for the custom cabinetry in the living room.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young. I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired.
The boys are doing a little bit of riding today while I work because the sun is finally shining, and we know we have a few days of bad weather ahead of us, and Philip is getting ready to have the generator all set up so that we can take it to Little Blue Sky today to be able to do a big cleanup since there's no electricity there. The boys are having so much fun just doing laps of the house.
I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for ourselves at age 18.
My idea here is to make these cabinet doors here look sort of like a shaker style cabinet. And so I'm going to use a 1x3 and actually frame out the perimeter. So what I've done is I just did 2 pieces sort of as a template and took all of my measurements that I kind of just sketched out here in my work area, and I'm going to go inside where we have the miter saw set up and cut all those pieces. And then they're gonna get sanded and glued and clamped onto the fronts of these doors and get them prepped and ready to install them on the cabinets. I have my stacked up pile here of the cuts that I just made inside with the miter saw, and those are my center points and my sides of my cabinet. So you can see here how I have these all lined up. It's going to look just like a typical shaker cabinet. I'm going to do the wood filler and glue this actually on. This is just sitting there right now. It's going to work on that, clamp them up, and let them all dry before I do the prep so that I can paint them.
It's not the first time that I'm happy. It's not the first time I feel good. But it's been a while since that happened, knock on wood. I try to stay cool on the surface.
Dane got stuck in the mud playing hide and seek. Yeah.
Cinder went too hard there. I got stuck in the mud. I tried going forwards, I tried to reverse.
Hey, you gotta go on your machine, you're gonna put it in neutral.
Neutral, here.
The day is right now. Put it in neutral.
Jace, I'm gonna want you back here. You're gonna do this.
Yep.
Hey, here you go, Dave. Be careful. Watch that rock.
In your shadow, feeling good. If you too fast, I'll tell you. I'll ask you to stop.
Now I have 6 cabinets finished, and I'm gonna let the wood glue dry before I do my wood putty. So I have 4 there and 2 here, and they're just drying all up, and they'll be ready to be able to do the paint next. We're here. Did you get the key already?
No, I haven't gotten the key. No. Didn't know where you were hiding it.
That wasn't very inconspicuous, was it? He's filling a blue sky.
I think Dave wants to do it.
He does want to do it. Okay.
And the key.
Here you go. Open her up. Careful on this stuff, okay? We gotta build some proper stairs. First turn into little blue sky.
There you go.
There you go. Yay! Go ahead, JC.
I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost.
Today is our closing day, and so we are so excited that we finally get the keys to come into our cottage project that we purchased to do a little short-term rental. So this is going to go over a huge overhaul. So if you missed the tour earlier this week, we did get to come in and do a walkthrough and see it. But when we originally bought it, we kind of bought it sight unseen, just kind of peeking through the windows. So there's a lot of work to do, and this is gonna go through a huge transformation over the next couple of months. So tonight we came to have a pizza dinner here and to do a huge cleanup. And we're gonna do a little celebration when the moon comes out later. They left us with bins and bins of stuff here that we need to go through. Just kind of junk everywhere. So we have lots to do tonight.
I bet you think that I should calm down, and that I'm overthinking everything about you, and that we're good the way we are. But I don't know that much about you, what things you like and what you don't. It's not that long since I met you for the first time. You know we should work it out. You know we should work it out. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? And will you let me down?
so different when it's your own gross.
Oh.
We're running out of daylight, but I decided that I was not going to go home until I at least attempted to clean this disgusting toilet.
You are so brave.
There's no water here, so there's no water in the toilet to clean it like normal, so Windex and Lysol wipes.
Is it salvageable?
I don't know. It looks like a newer toilet, that's the thing, it's just really filthy, but if it's stained, then obviously not. But, ooh, not bad. Okay, okay. Oh, but behind is so bad.
It's clumpy.
Oh, gross. How many Lysol wipes am I gonna need?
I'd use 1,000,000.
I'm just gonna get the basics first and then I'll work on it.
First off, that's not bathroom. I just want to
No.
point out, because people are going to be like, that's disgusting.
It's not,
but
it's just,
it's like dirt,
look, drywall.
drywall, insulation.
Cardboard. It looks like someone stuck cardboard between it and then it all got stuck on the...
This building was on top of a truck and it was moved from some distance. We don't know exactly where it came from, but everything was just rocking around in here. So, I mean, it's not the cleanest bathroom toilet in the
To be
world.
completely honest, the toilet is in excellent shape.
Yeah, it is.
It's just really dirty.
Boy, how you know you got that something here? I'm just standing doing nothing from across the room. You got me blushing. I got a crush just like a gold rush. Boy, how you know you got that something here? I'm just standing doing nothing from across the room. You got me blushing. I got a crush just like a gold rush.
Okay, that's just in. Breaking
That's
news.
just
Elysia cleaned this toilet and... What's
There's
wrong?
a crack in the back of it. There's actually a crack where the sort of waviness of the back of the toilet goes. While I was cleaning, I was trying to dry this yellow stuff that kept forming down here, thinking it was from my Lysol wipe. It wasn't, it was actually from the cleaner that I poured in the bowl. So it's coming out where the crack is down there.
Yeah, you can see the
So that sucks, because it's actually in immaculate shape once we cleaned it up.
Yeah.
It's just now needs to be replaced because there's a big crack in the back.
But the rest of the bathroom, wow.
So yeah, vanity. I will do a different countertop and different sink, but the actual lower part of the vanity, aside from the hardware that I don't like, this will get a makeover, a DIY done to it with new hardware, new countertop, new sink. So that's great. One more thing to salvage, and I am confident that once we clean and scrub up the shower and there's no insulation in it, that this will actually be totally usable, and all of the clasps and everything all work. I think we have some, oh, there's insulation stuck in the door. Like everything works, doesn't open. I already tested it out, so everything in here seems to be working so far.
Yeah.
But we're gonna relocate everything that's in this bathroom anyway, so everything will get a good thorough look over when we're moving it, because this wall is going to go shrink this way, making the bathroom smaller, making that bedroom space bigger. We now have this completely empty room, which what I'm envisioning right now is this will be our front door here. Right now it's boarded up to make sure that no other things are broken here over the next couple weeks. But I'm envisioning that this will be open concept kitchen here, all the way down. That window that was broken will be relocated to somewhere on this wall here over a kitchen sink that will look out to a front porch. And then we will have some kitchen cabinets and everything, island with stools, maybe some sort of bar seating with a round table here. And then this will be couch area here, sectional that faces TV, sort of living room area. And on this wall over here, we will be relocating the doors to the bedroom and the bathroom space. So the bedroom is going to get made quite a bit larger, which will be more out to here. And then the bathroom will be shrinking because it's not necessary to have such a large bathroom in this small space, but we want to have as big of a bedroom here as we can. So I think if we do this reconfiguration, we can have almost an 11 by 11 foot bedroom space, and then about an 11 by 7 foot bathroom space, which is still really good size for this cottage space. And what we want to do is have the door that we were coming in today to have a large screened-in back porch there that has outdoor eating, outdoor seating area, hot tub, and then steps out to the amenities that will be on the property. So there'll be also a shed or something out on an outbuilding that will have all the amenities that can be either taken off property to use in the local coves or something, fishing poles, paddle boards, things like that. and then other amenities that can be used on property here, which we have some really creative ideas on what those are gonna be. Literally our blank canvas now. So now we're gonna be getting to work over the next several months revamping this space, getting it ready for short-term rental. So there was 2 things in the cottage, actually 3 things in the cottage that I want to keep and incorporate into the design of this space. One of them is a really neat old wood green toolbox that was left here that I have a really neat idea for, something that we can incorporate for our guests coming to the cottage. There was a green chair in here, and I know a lot of you mentioned that in our previous tour video. They're like, save the chair. Don't worry, I'm saving the chair. And then there's also an old vintage radio cabinet, and I have a really neat idea to do a flip on that, a furniture flip that will incorporate that into the bedroom space. So I think while we kind of get this going, I'll probably play around with a few things that are also gonna go in here while we're doing some of those big renovation projects. Because sometimes it's nice to work on little things and you feel like you're accomplishing more as you kind of go when you're working on big parts of the project.
You gonna write sky? You did little blue, oh I gotta do sky? First day, little blue sky. Little blue sky. Let the adventure begin.
I don't know how high they're gonna go, and then I try to film, and then it.
Yeah, you almost died. Blows up in your face.
The whole unit just exploded.
And it was a big one.
Yeah, it was sick. You know what? Your dad ain't afraid.
No. But you did kind of get out of there kind of quick.
Yeah, my face is on fire.